Hey, how's it going, you guys? This is Spideyco64 back here once again with another Star Wars review. And on today's Star Wars review, I'm here to talk about the most recent Star Wars anime thing to come out. It's Tales of the Jedi, a show, a miniseries that has been hyped pretty much ever since Star Wars Celebration. Was it announced at Star Wars Celebration? No, it wasn't. It was announced at, I think maybe it was I think it was announced at D23 a while back, but basically though, Tales of the Jedi is a mini series that focuses on several different Jedi during the Clone Wars era of Star Wars, or during the prequel trilogy era. And all episodes were released at once on Wednesday on Disney Plus, and I did actually. Now, usually I would wake up or stay up late at night to watch some of the new Star Wars content and all that sort of stuff, but this time around I was way too tired, and I was having a pretty average day. I think I was, or I don't know. I didn't think I had a really good day, or I wasn't having a good day. But basically, though, the whole point is that now I'm here to review Tales of the Jedi. So you're probably wondering, Spidey, what is your overall thoughts on Tales of the Jedi overall as a series? As the concept is a great idea. Okay, concept great idea. Of course, love more Clone Wars stuff in the anime in that animation style. God damn, is it beautiful. Um, my only problem with this series is that first of all, the series it's way too damn short. Now, I understand that that this animation style is pretty expensive, considering that really we only got 12 episodes of Clone Wars in its final season and we're only getting 16 for the Bad Batch. Why the fuck does Bad Batch have more episodes than the Clone Wars did? At least for season 7. Like why? Like why did it have why does it have more episodes? I will never goddamn know. But basically though, the whole point I'm trying to get across here is that I can understand the animation can be really expensive, and that hell, there's a whole bunch of other Star Wars anime projects coming out. You know, Tales of the Jedi probably wasn't even a priority for Lucasfilm Animation and all that sort of stuff, but I really kind of doubt that really I really doubt that Disney was gonna let them, like, I don't know. I was expecting these stories. I don't know. Being an hour long is being too generous. Yeah, being an hour long is being way too generous. At least 20 minutes. But no, some of these episodes ran from 17 minutes to 10, almost 10 minutes, which really bothered me. It really, really bothered me. So that's just really my overall just thoughts on just everything with Tales of the Jedi and all that sort of stuff, you know. But talk about the actual episodes themselves. So we had 6 episodes, and 3 are focused on one character. So 3 are focused on Count Dooku, and the other focus are on Ahsoka. So I actually watched the Ahsoka ones first, because I was actually kind of interested in those. I was interested more. Well, I was interested in both of these stories, but I was really interested in how they were going to do Ahsoka's story, considering that some of her story, at least these ones that were told, like from the time when she was a baby, like there were supposed to be Clone Wars episodes about her as a child or her as an infant. And I think it was a original Clone Wars. It was an old Clone Wars episode that never made it to the screen. Basically, when the whole series got canceled back in 2013 and all that sort of stuff. Basically, what happened was that, basically, Ahsoka was discovered to have Force powers, And then she was then taken by, I think, like some kind of, she was taken by some kind of bounty hunter or something like that, or she was going to be planned off to be sold off to people who want force users, or like, I guess, slavers or something like that. But basically the whole point is she's captured. Plo Koon comes in and then takes her to the Jedi Order. And we do see a scene like that in the Clone Wars series. And so I was kind of thinking to myself that we were going to see something like that. But the first episode focuses on Ahsoka's mother, and like her first, and basically she's like a 1 year old. She's being taken with her on a hunt. She's then taken by a saber-tooth looking tiger, like a saber-tooth tiger of Star Wars. And basically, she uses force power to control the animal. And the elderly Torgruda in the episode says Ahsoka is Jedi. And so from that point onward, we then get the next episodes. I think one's called Practice Makes Perfect. And I forget what the other one was. But basically, in Practice Makes Perfect, we see Ahsoka training basically for Order 66. Basically, during the battles, or when they're not fighting during the Clone Wars, Anakin is having the 501st shoot at Ahsoka constantly to try to get her to be ready for anything in that situation. And it all culminates in Clone Wars Season 7, when in the third part of the Mandalore arc, we see Ahsoka fending herself off from Jesse and the 332nd and the 501st troopers, from shooting her and all that sort of stuff. And what's funny enough was that Jesse was in this episode, and it's already a meme. Fucking, sorry, Commander. Oh my god. But anyways, though, as said before, though, and then the next episode then focuses on Ahsoka's life after Order 66. We see her attending Padme's funeral. We see her meet up with Bail Organa and all that sort of stuff. She's living life on a farm, trying to be a farmer. She's taken on the name Ashla, which was supposed to be her original name in the Clone Wars, back when it was being made. Her name was supposed to be Ashla, but then they changed it to Ahsoka. And like I said, and then basically the rest is history. But then one of the other farmers discovers Ahsoka is a Jedi. It reports her to an Inquisitor. An Inquisitor shows up, and Ahsoka basically just, once again, they're proving how useless the goddamn Inquisitors are. So goddamn useless. Grand Inquisitor, fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi, gets fucking stabbed by fucking Reva. The only good Inquisitor in Star Wars has to be its second sister, Trilla, from Fallen Order. Then everyone else just fucking sucks. Like, Grand Inquisitor sucks. Grand Inquisitor sucks. Fifth Brother sucks. The seventh sister and the other ones, they just all suck. You are all bad at your job. Though that's kind of the main point, though. But basically, though, my main kind of problem with the Ahsoka episodes was that half of her story from the Clone Wars has already been told, and kind of, it's like, at this point, it's kind of a little bit unnecessary, kind of how we're exploring, how we're still being shown more of her backstory. Now, like I said, like, it's interesting, and I think the only reason why they did this was just so they can go back and just redo those old animation models, like, going back to what I said earlier in the video, how the animation style is god tier. They did a fantastic job on doing new animation models for Anakin and Obi-Wan. Like, for example, which they're in their Clone Wars armor, but they look so much better. Hell, even Obi-Wan has the mullet from episode 2, which kind of breaks canon a little bit since Obi-Wan didn't have the mullet at the time, but who's keeping track with canon anymore in Star Wars nowadays? And, basically everything else has been updated has been, updated. All of the animation models have, all been updated to look really good. So yeah, there's all that sort of stuff, but it's like we already know what happens, and especially if you kind of read the Ahsoka novel, and there's already tons of videos out there on YouTube that explain it. Yeah, after Order 66, Ahsoka goes off to be a farmer, and then Inquisitor shows up, and then she takes the lightsaber from the Inquisitor, purifies them, heals them, and that's how she has her white lightsabers. I thought we were gonna see that, but we didn't get to see it. Come on, like that was like that's it. It's like Patchy the pirate from SpongeBob, right? And it's after he watches the lost episode of SpongeBob, he's like, "That's it." That's how I felt like while watching the Ahsoka episodes, man. So, like I said, I get what I mean. I don't know. I feel like we could have focused on another character rather than Ahsoka for these stories. But now I guess it's time to talk about the episodes that I liked a lot. The Count Dooku episodes. The Count Dooku episodes, man, they were freaking fantastic. I mean, all of them were great. Minus the fact they were too short. But basically, though, in the first Count Dooku episode, we see he's on a mission with Qui-Gon Jinn. They're off to rescue a senator's son, but the senator that the senator is also pretty corrupt and treating his people poorly, and Dooku really takes this to an offense and hell almost kills the senator, but is then stopped by Qui-Gon at the last minute. And then in the next episode, there's a story with Count Dooku and Mace Windu. So it's interesting how, so yeah, it's really cool to see just Count Dooku in his early Jedi days. Of course, there's a really great novel about Count Dooku called Dooku Jedi Lost, which goes into far more detail about his backstory, his like how his father hated him because he was a Force user and all that sort of stuff. His sister also as well, which I think he had Ventress killed her or something like that. I haven't read the novel, and fuck, I don't read. I don't read shit unless it's an assignment from school or a textbook. But basically, anyways, though, as I said kind of before, we then also focus on an episode with Count Dooku and Mace Windu, where they're sent on a mission to figure out about a Jedi's assassination. But, it's also found out that another senator also kind of planned out the assassination. And hell, also, Dooku, by the end of the episode, takes great offense to Mace Windu by taking a seat on the Jedi Council. And then the last episode, which is promptly called The Sith Lord, is the episode where Count Dooku, basically, it's where it is the episode where he he completes his full turn to the dark side. And what's cool is that this episode takes place during the events of the Phantom Menace. We see Qui-Gon Jinn after he brought Padme back from Naboo, and of course after the duel with Darth Maul on Tatooine. We also see Yaddle in this episode, who, interestingly enough, if you guys don't know, she is actually voiced by Bryce Dallas Howard, who directed several Mandalorian episodes, and also episode 5 of the Book of Boba Fett, which is one of the best Star Wars live action episodes ever. But basically, though, in this episode, we see Count Dooku is meeting up with Palpatine. Yaddle follows Dooku, and hell, we kind of knew where was this going to go. So basically, what happens, in simple terms, is that Yaddle and Dooku duel, and all that sort of stuff, and Dooku then kills Yaddle, and basically now he is now fully Darth Tyrannus. So, yeah, man. Like I said, I love the Count Dooku episodes, man. Like, they were, like, I mean, it's just like, it's like, I want to see more of this kind of stuff, you know? I really want to see more. And I'll be really damn honest. Dooku was a really underused character in the prequel trilogy. I think Lucas never fully grasped as to what he could have done with Count Dooku. Now, of course, I'm not saying that Dooku's story should have been a main focus of episode 2 and 3, but I just wish we just found out a lot more about Dooku in the movies. But well, we have the Clone Wars, which made him it's also just cool as to how in the Clone Wars, I'll be damn honest, I hated Count Dooku in the Clone Wars. Not that I hated his character, it was because the dude was a really big piece of shit. You know, and all that sort of stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's like, it's more satisfying. It's really satisfying when Anakin decapitates Dooku in episode 3. Just after all those times of Dooku just getting Anakin and keep freaking using Force Lightning as cause damn it, Dooku is often regarded as one of the best duelers in Star Wars, though Anakin is still OP. So it's just, and and here Tales of the Jedi, it really makes you understand Dooku's motivations as to why he left the Jedi Order and all that sort of stuff and whatnot, sort of have you. And I don't know, I love just seeing this type of stuff. This is the stuff I really like to see. And also another praise to the voice cast. Of course, also too, Qui-Gon Jinn, or older Qui-Gon Jinn, was of course once again voiced by Liam Neeson. And of course, Palpatine is voiced by Ian McDiarmid, and all that sort of stuff. So that was just, pretty cool to see. And yeah, but basically though, guys, overall, Tales of the Jedi, as a series overall, as like a mini short series, I really do damn hope we get more of these. I really hope that we get like another sort of season or more episodes. But I would really love to see them explore with different characters. Like a Plo Koon episode wouldn't sound out of the question. And I'm gonna break my rule here, but I would kind of like to see the Crystal Crisis on Utapau arc that was canceled from the Clone Wars be used as a Tales of the Jedi episode, because I really want to see that story. And in terms of other stories they can like do and all that sort of stuff, just no more Ahsoka episodes. I'm just saying that right now. Let's Dave, my guy, I love you, man. Wait until the Ahsoka series so we can expand upon Ahsoka's story beyond. That's what I'm interested in. Not as to what she was doing on Monday. I'm not interested in what Ahsoka did on a Monday in 22 BBY and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, but basically though, guys, that's what I have to say about Tales of the Jedi. Tomorrow, I don't know when I'm gonna review the next Andor episodes. I might review just a chunk of them, because tomorrow I'm going to go see Black Adam, and might do a review on that, because DC's I've been hearing DC has been kicking Marvel's ass lately, and of course, if you all don't really know, but basically DC now has James Gunn as behind their studio or behind their movies, so that's going to be pretty freaking cool. And of course, I don't know when the Werewolf by Night review will also come around. Shit, maybe I'll do it Halloween. And then I'm trying to think. Then we'll do more Andor reviews. And of course, we'll probably end the year off with the Black Panther 2 review. Also, the Avatar, The Way of the Water review. And we'll just see how things goes. But basically, though, guys, tell me what you all thought of Star Wars Tales of the Jedi in the comments below. And we will see you in the next video. See you guys later.